9.
Sister wives.
What was that?
My grandma had 9, and my
No,
older
not you.
middle sister had 8.
Cremo said something about sister wives.
Oh,
No, he was a minister, so of course there wouldn't be 10 children from one. It was sister wives.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're,
Be easier
All
on
right.
it'd be easier on the wife.
well, that is true.
2 were plenty. I wanted 2, I got 2. That's plenty.
That man played for the whole Harlem Globetrotters into his 70s.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
oof.
Never lost a game. Never lost a game.
Never lost a game.
All right, Lisa. What's the lie that Roham tells the most often?
I'm fine. Because usually he isn't. They aren't. So that's
All right, Will. How about Snarkleg?
For Snarkleg's most common lie is that he's not scared. He's almost always thinking of an excuse to rationalize his cowardice, that it's the most rational thing to do.
Grim.
I swear I'm 410.
And Remo.
Well, it's about our prosthetic, fork fang prosthetics. You know, those poor creatures break them off real easy. So they need to know they're in good hands with Primo.
Sailor, a dentist, salesman. So many hats
He's
that Cremo
everything.
wears.
Primo is a jack of all.
Let's just say I'm a survivor.
an important skill.
Yeah,
Live
it
this
sounds like
long.
you're not going to give up.
Yep. Doesn't look like it.
Well, if there's a commission on the line, you know, I want to get that caddy, baby.
Besides, coffee is for closers.
That's good.
Coffee is for closers. Great movie.
Mm-hmm. I haven't seen that in so long.
I have not
I
seen that
watched it.
movie.
I watched it again, like a couple months ago.
Always
Yeah.
be cloistering clerics.
That was The Wolf of Wall Street, right?
No.
No.
Oh God, what's the name of the movie now?
Glengarry Glen Ross.
That's it. Glengarry Glen Ross. Which I imagine still holds up.
What a cast of characters. One of my
Right?
favorite casts of all time.
So many good people in that movie.
I have to watch this.
You haven't seen Glengarry Glen Ross?
I don't know. Hold on.
And old Gil is one of my favorite actors of all time.
Oh, that is quite a selection.
Right? Al Pacino, Jack Lemmon, Alec Baldwin, Ed Harris, Alan Arkin, Kevin Spacey, and Jonathan Pryce.
If we could just get the leads.
Right.
All right. So, in the interest of speeding things up, is anybody down hit points?
I will have to remember. I was pretty down on hit points.
No, we're back. We're back, baby.
We were going to rest up.
We're refreshed. We're rested.
I was
we're
missing
covered.
Okay, so my spell slot is all good.
Yep, we got all our
Alive
spell
awake.
slots back.
Alive awake, I look enthusiastic. Sorry, a Girl Scout song. I am back up to full hit points because we were going to rest. And I have a
Rest.
sling now.
Yeah, is there anything else simple that you guys want to get before you head out to Oz?
I want to. One of my skills is in applying disguises, and I want to see if I can do some, get some sort of like ordinary people's clothes for the area that will fit me or any other people in case we
For
have to
the
come back
area
in
you're
disguise.
currently in? Okay.
We're in like hither or
Yeah.
thither.
Heather.
So yeah,
Yeah, I
do
mean,
a few chores in exchange for somebody's clothes that fit.
yeah,
Basically.
there's probably some like lost and found stuff you can go through and get that stuff.
Okay.
And you also have the costumes from the courtly costumes from the soggy
Oh
court.
yes. I'll clean the. I'll have washed those up, mine up, and mended if it needed it. Because maybe when I was in Frog, it got a little beat up.
What were you saying, Will?
Yeah, since I have so much charisma, I'm kind of on board with that too.
Okay. I'm just gonna add it to my inventory, and you can add yours too. Yes.
Did we add into inventory? Sorry.
Clothes. Disguise clothes for Heather.
Oh.
Especially one with a nice hat, nice hat that I can pull down over my face and things like that.
What? Oh, because we're gonna try to escape.
Just general sneaking.
Is there any bunny costumes?
No.
Or perhaps the skin of a bunny?
No. No bunny skins.
Not yet.
Right?
Is there any bunny lucky bunny rabbit feet?
You gotta find
that
a
I can club
tanner.
somebody over the head with?
All right. So
I'm trying to make up some kind of a joke about a come hither look, but it hasn't gelled yet.
Talavar will come back in the like in the evening, after you guys go to sleep. So in the morning he's there, and he is, he's waiting for you, and he'll say, "So you are interested in coming to Oz?" Yes.
Well,
See that you are.
Absolutely.
yes. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
please.
why we're here.
And we reunite him with name getting them. His helper and escape. Not Mora.
How do you
Morgott.
propose we get to Oz?
We can take a balloon there.
Yeah.
Map's
not
not
gonna get
loading. Oh, I
caught?
know why.
Because we've been hearing stories about people who steal balloons, and apparently the old witch that runs this place ain't too happy with the people who've been taking them.
Oh no. We must go around Downfall. We got to take the long way around. We need to proceed on the other side of the castle. Is it called the castle?
Oh. Talking
Whatever
about
it's
where all the
called.
bunnies are at?
No, the Palace of Heart's Desire. That is where Zolbina ruled from.
I see. Who rules in there now?
Nobody. It lays dormant since Zolbina has been entombed or whatever happened to her. I'm not quite sure of the story. I could be of service there. Or no, he's not a prince. He's a knight. Sorry, no.
He's a knight.
Yeah, we could probably find a prince somewhere.
Yeah, maybe we'll come back and try that. We look at it like a subway. This looks like subway stations.
Indeed, there is a train that goes around.
Oh wow.
Huh. We got the A line, the B, the E, G. Actually, it's not an A line. It's an M line, E line, G line, W line.
And he'll explain that there's basically 5 districts in the Land of Oz. There is the Winky District, which is, hang on, let me pull up the fucking PDF.
The Munchkins, the
Do-do-do-do.
Winkies, the
There's
Gillikin.
Yeah, so the Gillikin district is the most affluent district of Oz. It's got rich residential areas, public parks, expansive forests, and the people there generally wear purple. The Munchkin district is the scholarly district of Oz. It's got a university and neighborhoods dedicated to health, history, and law. Blue is the favorite color of the people who live in the Munchkin district. The Quadling district is the most social district in Oz. It's known for its entertainment and diverse neighborhoods. Red is the color of Quadlings. And the Winky district is the most industrious district in Oz with its farmlands, warehouse, and dedication to tin work. Yellow is the favorite color of the Winkies. He will tell you that. Oh, and the last district is the Emerald Center, and that is basically only the Emerald Citadel. There's not really much else in there. The entire Land of Oz is ruled by Ozma. She is half human, half fairy. And she has recently been reinstated. She was turned into a little boy, a farmhand, by a witch, or a sorceress, not a witch, sorceress. And that sorcerer's name
I read
is
that book.
Mumbai.
Yeah, I read that book.
Nice.
Tip.
Yep.
Tip
Exactly.
was his name.
Exactly.
How many years ago did I read that book and remember and dredge that up?
So when she when it was discovered that she was Tip and Tip was changed back into Ozma, Ozma took over Oz again, and she instated this this no magic restriction. So the people of Oz are not allowed to use magic unless they're given special permission by Ozma herself. The Gilkin district.
How would they know?
They have people watching. I don't know.
Hmm.
The same way
Just
when you break a
curious.
law here that they know. Like obviously
it's
vagrant
budget.
displays of magic are going to be seen more. But like lesser magics aren't going to be. So depending on how secretive you are about it, you wouldn't necessarily have to get and this is me telling you that, not Talavar. Talavar's like, don't use magic there.
What
Pointing
if
at the
what if my
that
fellow
I'm
party?
wizard.
screwed.
What if somebody in my party is injured and I must heal them?
Oh, we should take you to see Ozma as soon as we can. And that way you can get a license to practice magic.
Ah, a license. How do we get there? Do we follow the yellow brick road?
Oh no, we're gonna take a balloon.
Oh, that's true too. Probably, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so and then each of the districts is ruled by a wizard or a witch, sometimes called a warden. The witch of the Gilkin district is Mumbai. She took over when the witch of the north left She left a vacancy. She went out searching for something, and continues searching for it. What the hell was it she was searching for?
She still hasn't found what she's looking for. That could be a
Exactly.
good song title. What are the characteristics of the purple Gillikins? What is there more like?
They
it
are
learn it?
royalty.
Royalty. They're the rich ones.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Just
And I
taking
assume that
minutes.
Sir Talavar is. Anyways.
Is it Gillikin?
So you can travel between these realms freely.
Yes.
How? How do you avoid the
Uh,
wrath?
you don't get caught. That's how you avoid the wrath. If you remember, when you found me, I had been caught and caged.
Oh, that was right. That was your balloon. And how did they shoot your balloon down?
It was
Arrow?
an accident. No, it was entirely an accident. We crashed into the slanted tower.
So they weren't firing stuff at you. You just happened to crash
Exactly. Yes.
on accident. I see.
And the
So there's
crash
no
killed
need
my
to worry
pilot.
About. But you're piloting it now.
Exactly. I couldn't pilot from the cage.
Oh. Who caged you last time?
Blackjaw Lorna.
Oh. Is that one of the witches?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the witch who rules hither.
Oh, that's her actual name.
I
kept
mean, it's not
thinking of her as a
her
hag.
actual name.
Sure.
It's one of the names that they call, that's like a derogatory name that they call her. Someone help me out. What's her name? I don't have Witchlight pulled up.
Lorna?
There you go,
Bavlorna.
Bavlorna.
Slackjaw Lorna.
Yep.
I like
Because
it.
her mouth's always hanging open.
Right. A gape. It's a gape, we call it.
Oh, Bevlorna Blightstraw?
No. Slackjaw Lorna.
Yeah, it's
Having never been to Oz, we're really going there because we're trying to find how to combat this, or at least find a way to make this realm right again. And I don't know if we're going to be able to solve it ourselves. So we're kind of looking to maybe, I guess, meet potential people who can help us.
indeed,
Or-
yes. Yes.
Okay. Who would we
Yeah,
talk to first?
Well, let's finish going through these districts, and I think you will decide who you want to talk to first.
Okay.
Let's see. So, Mumbai rules the Gilkin district. The Munchin district is ruled by Ginger.
General Ginger.
Like redheads?
No,
Yeah.
So
I
a
think she
bunch
was
of-
the redhead.
was she?
Ruled
Maybe.
by riches?
Go lay down and watch videos with James. Maybe she is.
So General Ginger is the ruler of which one?
Munchkin. Yeah, she kind of looks like a redhead. She instigated a revolt and overthrew Scarecrow as ruler of Oz. And this was before Ozma came back. Once Ozma came back, she bent a knee to Ozma and begrudgingly let her take back over as ruler. While she respects Ozma, she doesn't agree with her no magic policy. So she sides with what are they called? The objectionists, who object to many things, including Ozma's no magic policy. The
I don't like
do-
that
do they-
policy either.
Ejectionist. Like the first thing that comes to mind is a whole bunch of people with catapults.
objectionists.
Objection.
Oh,
Not
oh,
not
oh.
ejection.
I like the ejectionist though.
Ejectionist. They
Right?
like to
That's,
eject
that's your party name now,
as-
the
as they fly
ejectionists.
over.
The lion rules the Quadling district. He is a hero of Oz and helped Dorothy defeat the Wicked Witch of the West.
The cowardly lion.
Oh,
he does
no.
not. He does not like the that
By
That
the
name.
formerly cowardly lion.
He does
Probably
not
wanna
like to
leave
hear
the
that
cowardly
too
in.
much.
Yeah.
Probably want to leave
Apparently-
the cowardly off of the
Yeah.
surname. Surname?
Yeah, they have something in common.
Forename. Forename?
Or I don't know.
I will not use
Species
the,
name.
I will not use the modifier.
Modifier.
on-
There we go. And then the Winky district is ruled by the Tin Man. And
the
he is
who?
also a hero of Oz. The Tin Man. The Wooden
Tin.
Tinsman. No. The Tin Woodsman.
Tin Woodsman.
Not the Wooden
Tin
Tinsman.
Woodsman.
And he oversees
long
all the
since-
industry.
How long since Dorothy defeated this Wicked Witch? And is
Oh, it
this
was
Wicked Witch
many
one of the
ages
witches-
ago. Many
So these
ages
are not
ago.
the same witches that now rule hither, thither, and yon.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Are
Yes.
they
The Wicked
related?
Witch of the West is dead. Not to my knowledge.
Hmm.
I don't
Lot of-
know much about their genealogy. Probably not a word he'd use.
A lot of witching going on around here. A lot of bad witches.
The witchy world.
And who rules
Not a-
Gillikin?
The only kind of witch I
Gillikin
like
is Mumbai.
Oh, okay. Oh,
well, the only kind of witch I like is a sandwich.
But
It is a very a much better witch than these we're talking about. Of course, there are good witches as well. Which is
are
more of
you
a title.
good witch or a bad witch?
Which witch is which?
So, Mumbai and Ginger are both witches. The lion is a wizard, and Tin Man is a wizard. And that's just a title that they take. So I can drop you off in one of these 4 outer districts. I cannot balloon you straight to the Citadel. Which district would you like to go to?
Do you have a recommendation?
I think Snark Lake is basically gonna like spin a stick, but in IRL I'm gonna be rolling a d4.
I mean,
That's
I,
for
gue-
his.
I
That's for
guess you
what
could
he chooses.
randomly do it. Talavar will say that he doesn't believe that Mumbai would be much help to you. Mumbai and Ginger are both they're not bad people, but they're kind of like black sheep. So getting in with one of them may not necessarily be the best thing in the interest of getting along with everybody in Oz. But certainly nobody gets along with everybody in Oz.
For Snark Lake, the stick pointed to Minchkin, so he's choosing Minchkin.
Munchkin.
That is ruled by Ginger, one of the people that they recommended against.
That is
But,
very
Um,
true. But Snarkleg is going to be standing by his stick.
Okay, he's sticking up for his stick.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in how the lion.
The Tin Woodsman was supposed to have a good heart.
Made of
Indeed.
the
But
lion's
maybe,
brave.
maybe we need the bravery of the lion.
Well, we can visit all of them. Nobody says
Yeah.
we can't.
Yeah, and that's only
Correct.
Snarkleg's vote. Like we have like other votes.
Yeah, we can see them. Why can't we see them all?
Well, I can't drop you off in 4 different places at once.
This is
Well,
true.
we can start in one and then take the train.
Indeed.
You can visit hexes and gain experience.
Well, that's our maybe ulterior motive, but that's not
I'm
necessarily something that we would do in say in game. But there is lots to explore, and we are very interested in seeing this world of yours. It seems a bit different than where we just came from.
so Snarklick is voting for the Munchkins. Cremo, do you have a preference place to visit first? And
I'm
Brim.
easy.
Okay, Brim, do you have a preference?
Wait, what'd you say, Cremo?
He's easy.
Well, we can start wherever you want to start, but I think we should travel around. We should see the city. It seems like an amazing city, and we're all young. I don't know about Cremo, but we've never been to the big city. I only lived in
Never, not.
Backwoods, rural. I don't know, wherever.
I would feel safer visiting the Tin Woodsman or the lion first.
Are you from this? Where are you from, Lisa? Like in real life?
Oh, I grew up in the Los Angeles area, but I
Yeah.
moved up to Santa Cruz in the late 70s, so I've spent more time in Santa Cruz County than I have where I grew
A
up.
big city.
So yes. Well, I mean,
Oh,
Santa Cruz. I mean, Los
I know
Angeles is
Santa
not a
Cruz.
city.
Yeah.
Los Angeles is not a big city; it's a big sprawl.
funny
But
enough,
yeah,
sorry, I actually just came from Santa Cruz. Like from that's where I was before getting here.
well, I go from where I work in Los Gatos and come over to into the Santa Cruz Mountains. So
I remember
The-
working Los Gatos.
the reason I asked is because I'm from Montana, and the
Mhm.
first time I traveled when I was 15 years old, which is about the age of our characters, roughly,
uh-huh.
I went to Washington D.C.
Oh wow.
and it's a humongous, well, compared to where I grew up, a humongous city that it's just beyond, it was beyond comprehension at the time, and
I
it was
could
so
see that.
amazing that I just wanted
Yeah.
to see everything. So as a young character, I feel like at least my character would be just, I mean, you know, enamored with the crazy, bustling city that we're about to land into. So he really doesn't care, honestly,
Okay.
where he goes first. Yes, we're here to achieve some stuff and get some stuff done, but in the reality is that we're gonna see just amazing, you know, sights he's never even contemplated in his life.
So what direction are we coming from, Rich?
Um,
Are we coming from
the
a direction?
the way it's set up, you will probably come in from, let's go with the northeast. You'll come in over the Deadly Desert.
Oh, that's how Dorothy did it too. Deadly the Deadly Deserts is on the map.
Top right.
I am being excited just because the top right. So we're coming from there,
Up
Gilligan.
higher.
Yeah, I see that. I see where I see your name up there. Yeah, we had like dozens of the Oz books, and I read them repeatedly growing up.
Nice.
So this is a little bit of a nerdy delight for me.
Nice. Good.
So, and I'm remembering more than I ever imagined I might remember. Well, the two places that I voted for are kind of the furthest away because I was voting for the red or the yellow, and those are like the two furthest from where we're coming. I don't feel like I'm just talking out loud as a character. As I said, I'm still I want to see them all, but I want to start in a place that I think might be more welcoming to us. And so Roham is more interested. It wants to try the uh, red one or the yellow one. Which is Liner, the Tinned Woodsman. But and the other person you were more interested. Yeah, you were pointed to Gillikin, the Purple Zone, Snarklig. Is that correct?
Munchkin is what
Munchkin.
he chose.
So shall we roll a dice and pick?
Munchkin. I don't care.
Okay, Munchkin.
Munchkin it is.
Two people say Munchkin.
Yay.
We shall welcome you to Munchkin Land. We should be welcome to Munchkin Land.
Yay.
Maybe. Maybe they'll look at us like we have three
We
eyes.
wish to
I have
welcome
no
you
idea.
to Munchkin Land. Okay. Well, we are tourists anyway. Okay.
Just logistical question. How are we gonna eat? Where are we gonna sleep?
Ooh, good question.
I'll
There
ask
are many hotels and restaurants in Oz.
And what
Okay.
kind of
we have
money
no
do they?
currency.
How do we get? Yes. How do we safely and properly get money to pay our way?
You would have to earn it just like anywhere else. I can
see.
provide you with a starting point, but you will have to find a means of employment. I can
Okay, well-
definitely put in word
Okay.
with the princess.
Okay, so soup stand? Soup stand. Got it.
I can assist. I can chop vegetables.
Soup stand.
And is there any rules about getting employment? Like, do we have to get a license or get permission from the constabulary or?
No, nothing like that. I mean, if you make a soup stand and say, like you guys are talking about, a small enough one will go unnoticed, but as it gains in popularity, it might be something that you would have to register with the government.
Okay. Okay. So, where's a good place in Munchkin Land? In Munchkin, just can you just drop us in a place that you think is a good place to start from?
Yes.
I zoom in, zoom. So Munchkin is blue and scholarly.
So
I see you type. Oh, ginger.
he says if your interest is in seeing the warden or the witch, then it would probably be most advisable to take you to the judicial quarter, because that is where you find the mayor, and the mayor would be the one to talk to get you in contact with the warden or the witch
Is that what
ginger.
we want to do? What do we want to do?
It's fine. Start there.
Okay.
We want to land. We want to get moved. We want to move through this city. We want to learn things, and that's where we're going to start. So, enough talk. Time for action.
Have at thee.
Okay.
Don't steal nothing.
Don't get caught stealing nothing.
And you're not selling prosthetic teeth here, right?
Well,
Okay. Okay. The
if
thing
there's a
is, though,
need.
I already got rid of those, so you don't have to worry. Remember, one of the items that he got very early on was like wooden dentures.
That's right.
Oh yes,
That's right.
good call.
Good memory. Okay. So where are we
Oh,
going?
are we landed? Mr. Rich?
Yeah, so this place is it's kind of like Washington D.C. There's large government buildings everywhere. All the buildings have like columns. There's statues of people different places. There are watcher folk, which are like the police, fire, paramedic force, on every corner. Like you can turn around and spot 4 or 5 watcher folk, and 4 more coming around the corner. And it has like an air of confidence. Confidence? Is that how you say that word? Oh my god.
competence.
No, confidence.
Confidence. Yeah.
Confidence?
You got that?
Confidence.
That's
Okay. All right. It sounds really
Okay.
weird coming out of my mouth. But it's got this like underlayer of anxiety that's palpable.
Very stick in the butt kind of people.
Yeah.
Very formal. Yeah. Maybe a little bit too much law and order.
Yeah, this is kind of the center of law for
It's called
the
the judicial
entire
quarter.
world. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and while all these districts are separate, they are just districts of a larger city, so they do work together. So all the cases in Oz would come through the judicial quarter, and then if need be, they would go to the Emerald Citadel from there.
Okay. So does Sir Talavar make an introduction for us?
He is trying to get you an audience with Ozma.
Hey.
So he doesn't really have any sway in any of the other districts aside from being a knight and what that carries.
I'm thinking a
so-
knight like in England, somebody's a knight. They're not really like a super important person per se, but they have respect.
Exactly. Right. Like, so while
I
he
like the nightlife. I like to boogie.
while he could, like, if he traveled with you, he could probably add an additional sway to whatever you try to do. He really doesn't have any specific pull anywhere.
I see. Run
so-
on, boys.
So the judicial district the judicial quarter is kind of surrounded on 3 sides by the Emerald Lake, or Lake Quad, excuse me. And this is a large green lake with the island in the center with the Emerald Citadel. So you can see the Emerald Citadel from where it is you land. You probably land on like the outskirts of the judicial quarter, probably near the lake.
Is there any
Yeah, so you can see like the
activity on
towers
lake?
and castle. Yeah, there's probably maybe like some swan boats or something like that. But
No,
no,
like
not
no,
swan
like
boats. Like
trade, no, like dock workers and all that kind of stuff.
no, not here.
I see. Okay. I was hoping
No,
Primo
that would
would find
be
a.
Well, from what I can tell, Krima can do just about everything.
I'm kind of interested in the archives, actually. Like, that's the first thing that really kind of caught my eye.
Yeah, we're gonna
Accept
go see
balance
this.
the checkbook.
Why would you be interested in the archives, by the way?
I don't know. It just kind of calls to me.
I mean, I'm interested in the archives, but I guess you're also a spellcaster, so perhaps that's
Yeah.
why. Of course, you can't cast spells, right?
Correct.
I can, but I won't.
Not. Yes. Good. All right. Okay. So let's meet up with this this fellow
And what
whenever he has a chance, or maybe he won't have a chance today because he's probably a very busy person.
and what are we going to say to this person?
Well, we're gonna tell this person that we came from, well, not originally, but we came from hither, and that there's bad juju going on, and we saw people get murdered, and we saw the ruler is a very iron-fisted witch who, if this land knows anything, the bad witches are bad things to have in general, and that we're looking to find allies to help us restore the proper ruler. They should have sympathy, considering that they had to also overthrow a evil witch in their
Or
past.
this was, but General Ginger was the one that led a revolution. Um. Remember that she was that she was uh she was a witch and was overthrown by Ozma. So asking her, would it be wise to ask her to help for overthrowing a witch? Maybe appealing, but I guess we'd have to appeal it.
Well,
You'd have
so
to appeal
a
it to her.
witch, again, a witch is a title here in Oz. It's
Uh-huh.
not. It's not necessarily like someone called like Ginger is a witch. So just because they're called a witch doesn't mean that they are hags or would approve of what hags do.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're actually asking for help to overthrow a hag. That might be better language.
Well,
And will they listen to us as teenagers? We could
I
imply
don't know.
that we
You want to
have.
know?
I'm just thinking. Will, what do you think? Or what does Snarkling think?
Feel like gathering intel would probably be something worthwhile to do before kind of like sinking our teeth into like the politics of this place. Like maybe there's like some sort of like way of doing things that just because we're here, like maybe like if we know what we need to do, like maybe like, oh, you need to do 3 spins before talking to someone in the corridor, like, or maybe you have to bow your head in a very particular angle. I don't know.
That's
Just
a good
kind of
point.
like cover bases about like, okay, how do we interact with people and show respect and that kind of stuff.
That's probably something Talavar could have answered.
Okay.
And
Oh, okay.
for the most part, that's just the regular way you would show respect.
Okay, so they're not particular about that as long as we're
Right.
just
There's
okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
So Brim, my concern is, I mean, if we're a bunch of teenagers going going up to somebody and saying we want to overthrow somebody, why would they want to? Why would they take us seriously? And I'm willing to be persuaded that we can be taken seriously, but I'd be like, I'm a 16-year-old. I say I want to go up and overthrow the hag. So,
Remember that's not your ultimate goal either.
No, we just want to restore the proper
okay.
leadership.
But again, we're a bunch of teenagers. Okay, but teenagers have been heroes for in many tales, so maybe that's all we need.
Like Dorothy was.
Very valid point.
Dorothy wasn't a teenager; she was a child.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, so yeah,
She
even
was like
better
12,
for us.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
don't.
aren't we the greatest heroes the world has ever seen?
Okay,
I'm
don't get
willing-
ahead of yourself.
I'm willing to support people who feel like they know what to say. I just don't know that Roham really knows how to do this. They're willing to stand and support and look whatever, but I will support whatever people come up with. Cat. Doesn't maybe she'd like a cat. Got a cat. I can offer her a cat. Okay, I will support what people want to do.
Yeah, actually, no. Do we know what like her favorite things are?
No.
Is that something that we can investigate beforehand,
I mean,
or is that a adventure that's not worth doing?
that's. I mean, that's not for me to say, right?
Okay. Okay, so that's what I want to do. I want to try and see if there's anything that might give her like a better impression of us before, like, by like bringing a favorite gift. It's like, hey, we're being thoughtful.
Okay. I need to take a quick break, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
A 5-minute bio break would be nice.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll be back in 5. Hey, Cat, I'm going to have to put you down. I know you don't like that.
Mm.
Sorry. Back.
Welcome back.
I was having to what do you call it? Shave ginger for my wife who's feeling ill.
Oh,
Oh, forgot. Don't have fa choi. Chinese happy New Year.
Get down.
Chinese New Year.
Indeed, gung hei fat choi yourself.
Don't he. If I learned anything from Hong Kong, it was how to say Happy New Year. And you have to put your hands together and you have to shake them.
That
I'm all loud.
Anyway, I am a Year of the Dragon, but I don't know if anybody else is.
my
Yeah.
brother is.
It's your time.
So
bro.
apparently,
think
Chinese
Dragon?
superstition.
No, I'm not dragon. Okay.
When your year is on, you must wear red every day till the next New Year
Wow.
for luck, or else you'll have bad luck.
I'm an ox.
When it's your year.
When it's your year,
Like how much?
Put your mic down.
I mean, like
just
like
you should wear red every day. So what I do, and I did this today as I wore a red shirt, but I also tied, and I did this last time. It's my wife's the same thing. When it's her year, we tie a red thick yarn around our ankle.
okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yes.
Like if you had to wear solid red.
Put your mic down, Lisa.
Oops, sorry. Okay.
Yes. Not solid red. Well, it is red. It has to be red. But don't ask me why. I don't know. And I don't know. It's just
People always said I was the year of the pig, and it wasn't until I was well into adulthood I said, "Wait a second, Chinese New Year's after my birthday, so I'm the year of the dog."
Eh,
well, every year
Yeah.
Chinese New Year change. The lunar year changes the date, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I was barely the horse. Since my birthday happened right before
rooster.
Chinese New Year.
It's the year of the rooster, not the year of the dog. 50 January 57. February 58. Yeah, year of the rooster. That's what I am.
Apparently, you can
Okay.
also wear jade during your zodiac year to ward off bad luck. But I don't have anything jade. I don't usually wear jewelry other than a wedding ring.
Yeah. Women have it fairly easy. You can always have earrings on.
All right. So as
That's
you're
right.
walking around the judicial district, there are a multitude of people around you. This place is busy. There are many different kinds of people. There are anthropomorphic animals every once in a while. There are a lot of shorter people. There are bunny people. There are people that look like they're made out of paper. If you look hard enough, you can maybe spot someone who looks like they're made out of a puzzle, right? They have the interlocking puzzle kind of cuts in them. There are also there are regular humans here. There are also small porcelain people that you can see like on street corners, kind of on elevated platforms, doing either acting or singing or some sort of entertainment. And there is a group of mud people, and they look kind of like they're not quite dripping mud off of them, but it kind of looks like their bodies melted a little bit. And you see them they're kind of walking down the street, minding their own business. You know, they're talking and pointing at things, you know, having a little conversation between themselves. And you see like a group of 4 people step in their way, and they're wearing bowler hats, button-up shirts that the sleeves are rolled up past their elbows. Maybe one of them's wearing a vest, maybe one of them's wearing a coat. One of them's probably got a bow tie on. And these 5 guys step in front of these people who look like they're made of mud, and you can see that they start like accosting them. You can hear them very loudly say, "I thought we told you not to come around here anymore." And you can see like them kind of getting closer and surrounding them. And the mud people are kind of like backing off a little bit afraid.
Didn't we face off against some mud people at
They were
Hither?
like mud methods, right? Before.
Yeah, they were like little skinny, like maybe 2 foot tall kind of mud guys. These are more substantial.
So
Get a good
basically
picture.
we're seeing somebody assault the mud people.
Yes.
Does the Watchers see these actions as well?
You see the Watchers are actually kind of not paying attention.
Can we tell if that's intentional or not?
Are they
Uh,
studiously looking away?
by the way they are acting, yes, they are studiously looking away.
So it's tolerated in this land. Okay. All right. Well, do we want to do anything, guys? Will, do you want some action?
I don't want to see people being bullied, but I don't want to attack them.
That is
No.
true. You didn't
Yep.
even want to watch us try to take out some hot coals. So
Oh, those children you killed.
Could you describe these antagonists again?
Are they human? Humanoid?
I think maybe one of them's a bunny man. So he's a little shorter, like 5'1" or 5'2".
funny, man.
And he's not like the different than the bunnymen from Hither. The bunnymen were in Hither were more like tall and lanky, kind of like a Bugs Bunny, where these are a little shorter, a little squatter. He's got his ears are laid flat behind him. He's wearing a bowler hat. He's dressed. He's not wearing any pants because he's still got those like bunny back legs. And he's wearing like a button-up shirt with a vest over it. The button-up shirt is a short sleeve shirt. The rest of the guys are kind of dressed similarly with a little variation, long sleeves rolled up, maybe a bow tie, maybe unbuttoned so you can see their t-shirt or their tank top underneath, something like that. Maybe one's got suspenders on.
And
They look kind of like they're all of a kind, like maybe a gang.
Yeah, they're all dressed very similar like that.
They're like preppy. They're like rich people, and they're making fun of these foreigners, essentially.
okay, and
That's
do
basically
the
what Rich is saying, correct?
No.
And it's tolerated because these mud people are like not from here, and
They're being
the
treated like mud.
yeah,
and
so
the cops are like, I'm not looking that way. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't involve me. I don't see anything wrong.
Now,
And are-
Rohan has both bullied and been bullied in their lifetime,
Hmm.
and he knows some things about how to deal with that. And would like to make instead of confronting the bully, a lot of times it's better to just kind of go and talk to the other person just to make normal conversation and sort of not pay attention, sort of put yourself between, you know, just distract the person from the person bullying them, and maybe help them get away. Just walk away.
I'm down for that.
Okay. Anybody have any other suggestions or think that's a bad idea?
Well, I don't think it's
which
a
is
bad idea, but
May
I
not
have
be
a
a good idea.
morbid fascination with being bullied and bullies. I say we just roll up on them like a disaffected mob, slack-jawed gawking.
Well, how many were there again of these bully folk?
5.
5, and we're 4. If we had like 8, I think we could do that. We're 4, and I don't have confidence that like they won't see that as a, oh, we have more numbers than them. Let's get them.
Hey, Daryl, I'll follow your lead.
Oh, God.
Primo, you want to roll up on him? There's not just
Yeah.
4-wheel. There's
That-
also the mud people too.
That is true. And how many of the mud people were there?
4.
4. So
That is 8. That's your magic number 8 right there.
hey,
See?
that's funny. That's actually really funny. Hey. Do they look intimidated, like scared, or do they look angry? The boat folk.
They look mostly scared and intimidated, but like there's a little anger there.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I think
like, not
I think you're right. I think you're right, Cremo. I think we roll up on them, and maybe we do a little snarky. We don't maybe get super aggressive right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, this isn't our fight. We're just there to enjoy the uneasy feeling of being oppressed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Sure.
yeah. So if they do start getting antsy and like kind of aggressive, we could just rile up the mud folk to get that 8.
Hmm.
Well, we don't
I
really want to start a fight, but
No, but
No,
if they're
not
gonna
really.
if they're gonna start a fight, like
all right. So what do you propose, Primo?
that's yeah, that's a coin flip.
Snark
Well,
leg.
I propose just observing, but rolling in like we're not making trouble. We're just a crowd. There's something going on, and we're attracted. You know, maybe our pitchforks and our drubs and arrows will come out, but not for now. We're just looking.
So we're just provide being an audience to this. Like we see what
Yeah,
you're doing.
Perfect.
yeah.
That's a good way of starting.
I like
Then
it.
you know, who knows what happens from there.
So Rohan
All right.
sticks their hands in their pockets and saunters in that general direction, just kind of looking curious.
Okay, is Roham
Probably staying with
still
the rest of the group.
staying with the rest of the group, not going up and talking to the Mudmen?
Well, I'm willing to start with the rest of the group, but I'm also willing to once we get closer to, possibly break off and just start chatting with the Mudmen. So
Yeah, the idea is to like roll up like a bunch of riffraff, and like we don't know what's going on. We're just here to like see somebody get their block knocked off, you know, stuff like that.
we shall see. See how it goes over.
Is there gonna be a fight? You think there's gonna be a fight as we roll up?
I mean, we could build a gallows if we want, but I mean, we're just observers for
Wait
now.
a minute.
Gallows?
Meh.
The gallows?
I
Now that's what I call
What?
gallows humor.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. What are we watching here, huh? What's going on? This is what happens over here, huh?
turns on the
Land of
slack-jawed
Oz.
gawking to 4.
I'll just say and I'm going to start talking to one of the mud persons. Says, "Hi, I'm new here. What's good to see around here?"
And they kind of look at you with a bit of panic in their eyes, and they they shake their head and like kind of back away from you and give you these wide eyes, like, I don't understand what you're trying to do here.
Okay.
Right.
So the group of not mud people continue on. I thought we told you mudlings that you don't belong here, and this isn't this isn't where you should be because you don't want to participate in the way things roll here. And if you're not going to participate, then you need to kind of stay out of our business.
It's pretty
one of ours.
reasonable.
I personally don't know what's going on exactly, so I don't really want to make any particular statements.
What do the mud people say or do?
They're not really saying anything. They're just trying to kind of back out of it, but they the other ones are being aggressive and kind of following them along. Maybe pushing them towards the water, probably. Pushing them in that direction.
So this is the welcome wagon when you arrive in town, I see, huh?
So are the bullies ignoring us?
As
Wait.
I make that statement out loud, by the way.
Until Tom says something, yes, they are. One of them
Okay.
turns to you and says,
You being Tom or me? Or
Me.
Roham?
Tom, to Tom.
Or
Brim.
Brim.
And he says, all are welcome in town. All are welcome in this beautiful big city of ours. But if you don't play by the rules, then you're not welcome.
Oh, what are the
What
rules?
What do they do? I point to the mud folk.
I don't believe this is any of your business.
No, but there is things that I would like to avoid doing. So if I know what they did wrong, I will be able to not do it.
You got a pamphlet?
They failed to pay respect. It's common
Is there a
courtesy.
Is there a welcome center in this town that tells us all the rules, things we should and shouldn't do to avoid getting accosted by a bunch of people?
He says, if you
I
Hicks
see
need
your
a
guy
welcome
over at-
center to figure out what's going on in this city of ours, maybe you shouldn't be here in the first place.
That's pretty unwelcoming.
That's very true.
So who are we supposed to be showing respect to?
So basically, we were trying to draw the ire of their attention away from the mud people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are they kind of slinking away more as we can communicate?
Yes, you're giving them distance, definitely.
Okay.
So who do we need to show the proper respect to, and how do we show that?
First of all, you need to be showing respect to me.
Oh, we're sorry, sir.
So, sir, who are you that we know how to properly respect you? We are new here.
Who am I? Who am I? You don't know who I am?
Not yet.
I want to learn.
No.
He says, look at me. Look at how I'm dressed.
You're dressed very well.
Yes, indeed. And all of us in the
You
outfit
look-
dress this way.
You look like the rabbit guy that we put to sleep at the in hither. You got relatives over there?
He looks at you and he says, I'm going to memorize your face, friend. Because you
Perfect.
may have made an
I
enemy
won't
today.
because you look
about-
like all the other.
And he like
because you look
looks
like all the
no,
funny
oh,
people.
No, oh no, oh no, oh
and he like looks
they have
around.
Facial
Oh
recognition.
no. So Snarkling is gonna wait. Are any of the folk in his group like super really big?
Not that big.
Okay, they're average.
But
size.
to Snarkling, they are well over his 4 feet 10 inches tall.
That's fine.
This is what I'll say. I'm gonna turn my head to the left to say, make sure you get my good side.
Oh, okay, okay.
And,
we're
like-
doing this. This is happening.
His friends are like grabbing him and pulling him back. And then he kind of like snaps out of his bravado and he looks around and he goes, God damn it. And he pushes one of his friends and so we let him get away. Go on. And then they all kind of truck off in the direction that they think they went.
Hey, what are the rules? You were gonna tell us.
Just trying to drink.
I didn't even get your name.
You get a middle finger from behind
Eh,
as he's running away.
Ah, that's what it is.
How do you
Asshole.
spell
Thank you.
that?
how do you spell that?
ASS. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't take the words out of his mouth. Okay, well, there we go. A bunch of pricks live in Oz, apparently. Wonderful. Shit, I don't know if this place is much better than Hither.
We're not dead, and I appreciate
Well,
that.
that's true. We're not fighting alligators, at least, or witches yet. Just bullies.
Now, we have to be
Maybe I
careful.
should have
we
run
don't wanna
munitions.
Oh, we don't want to get punctured by any of those pricks, so we gotta watch our step.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
So we'll go
So-
back to where we started. Is Sir Talavar still trying to get us an audience with
Or did he just drop us off?
He just dropped you off
No,
and
he was
said he
trying
would.
He's going to Ozma.
Yeah, he's going to the Emerald Citadel.
I
Yeah,
see.
we're kind of accidental tourists. Let's cruise around, I guess. We don't know the rules. I mean, we can't hopefully pleading innocent. Well,
So yeah, you don't know the rules, and so don't I. That was a bit forced. I apologize.
Bye.
right.
So I wonder if they have any help wanted signs out in the windows. Let's cruise around and see what things look like.
Maybe we don't want to work in this particular neighborhood.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
this is definitely not a neighborhood with help wanted signs.
Mhm.
This is it's being like the judicial district. It's very upscale. It's all like there's probably like sandwich shops and coffee shops. But the people, you have a feeling that you would have to know somebody to get a job there.
So what do we want to do while we're in the judicial district? We were thinking about speaking to some
Well, I thought we were
higher
going to
up.
talk to somebody, but apparently we're not going to be able to speak to that person anytime soon. So we might want to get out of here, but we're going
He
to have
does
to
want to
find
get a sandwich, but I don't think he has the funds for it.
some-
Not
I
in
think
this
we have, like-
district. It might be a little cheaper elsewhere. So let's see.
Okay.
Let's.
This isn't the expensive district. This is just the the expensive area. This is the scholarly area, but the
This is a
judicial quarter is probably not the best place to be.
So there's one place that says bricks. What does that mean?
I believe, actually, I have no idea. The grimy
Okay.
neighborhood where clay is mined, made into yellow
Okay.
bricks.
So where do you want to go next?
Archives, I think, is what
Yeah,
Snarklick said.
I was curious. That's just me
Don't know.
being interested.
We may not be able to find any work there or any kind of quick cash, but it would be
Knowledge is
interesting to
power,
see.
though.
Huh?
It is indeed.
Well, knowledge doesn't fill the belly, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't. Not unless you're, doing tricks or something like that with that knowledge. So I'm not going to be doing backflips. Just letting you know.
Okay.
But you
Maybe-
could do
maybe-
backflips.
I prefer to juggle.
Well, I'm sure if we went to the East Munchkin district, maybe there'll be something there, or the Fine Fettle.
Well,
That could be
if the
somewhere
archives,
you could juggle.
we could probably go through the archives and then the archives are on the way to East Munchkin and Fine Fettle, or could be.
Yes.
Would be.
I mean, we could, we're here, and
Okay.
we could go like this part, and
Sure.
this part,
Sure.
and this part.
Maybe we'll run into the pricks again and not so many prying eyes and give them a piece of our mind. Or maybe that's a bad idea. Although they're probably way too finely dressed to actually be any real threat to anybody.
They probably don't want to get their nice clothes dirty.
Exactly.
Okay, shall we head towards the archives?
All right. And like the
Thank
first
you.
thing that you kind of see in this area is the library. So this is a there's like a sign outside the archival public library.
Nice. I rush in.
Can I get
There
my hat
are
back here?
the area's tall, narrow buildings, large historical structures, windows full of books and antiques, and then like there's like metal plaques everywhere for like a walking tour, so you can look around and see what's happened in the past here.
Okay.
And
I could,
Snorkeling makes a break
I
for the
would-
library.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. This is really my gig. Maybe it was in the past, but ever since I lost my wizard hat, I kind of been a little bit less enthused about studying up on stuff. I know it's a lot of energy and time, and I just perhaps I need to go find a church or something. But that's fine.
Only amateurs blame their hats.
Oof.
Let's see
Keeping
now.
it real. Keeping it real.
I'm inclined to follow Snarklig into the library just because he's run off and I'm, don't. I'm.
You know what I just noticed on this map was the Garden of the Wild Beasts. That was just across the
Yeah.
bridge from the judicial quarter.
Ooh. Well, we'll have time to explore that, I hope.
Oh, we'll definitely have time. So anything other than libraries in the archive?
Walking tours, you said?
No, well, there's a lot of stuff in the archive. Are you guys going
Well, I wouldn't
to
mind. I could do a walking tour. If sometimes it's good to learn the lay of the land, and you might learn it maybe a little bit more general knowledge through the archives. We don't have to quote do the tour unless it's something that you want to role play through, but it might
No.
give us some history or background on the land itself that we wouldn't otherwise get.
Yeah, I don't really have that information, but if something comes up that feels like it should have been
Right.
something that
we
you
pick
can
up
figure
and
out,
missed.
yeah, definitely mention it to me because I will definitely forget it.
Yeah.
I won't definitely forget it, but
I just want to be clear. The archives are flammable, right?
I sure hope not.
Aye.
Are you thinking what I think you're thinking?
If
Well-
it includes fire, yes.
Okay, so he's not thinking Lincoln.
All right. You are one of those.
I'm going to peek in the library to make sure that Snarklig's okay.
yeah, what
Uh,
exactly are you doing in the library, Snarklig?
So the first thought is to go to if they have like saved newspapers. If they have the newspaper thing kind of there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You're
There
there?
You have it?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, cool. With newspapers, like that usually has like a whole bunch of like it would have like big events, but it would also have like a whole bunch of small events, and that's what he's kind of looking for, like maybe gossip pieces or kind of like good fair weather kind of stuff, like stuff about
Okay.
Ozma, like specifically that he's looking for.
Okay. You find it. What are you specifically looking for?
Uh, like maybe like what her interests are, like what she puts a lot of effort into that might not be just like general like taking care of the city kind of deals, like kind of delve deep into like her personality a little bit through like these little things.
What buttons
And
to
how
push
much
when
time are
we
you
meet
gonna
her?
how much time are you gonna spend there?
Minimum an hour, if time lets me more.
So I'm gonna say we're gonna go walk around the town. We'll check back with you here.
Gotcha. I'm a snoop.
So
So Snarkleg's looking for things that are going to allow us to better talk with this person when we meet her,
mhm.
essentially, right? Have some ideas of what makes this person tick.
Essentially, that's like what I'm trying to find through this.
how to
Butter her up.
maybe
Yeah.
Sure.
and maybe
Yeah,
stuff about
buttons to push, things to say to make sure. Oh, wow, I didn't think about it that way, or whatever.
and maybe something about Ginger too.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's a good thing to do as well. Yeah.
So I'm gonna wander and look at the plate at the plaques and things like that. See if I can get a uh feeling of sort of like their attitude, or they're talking about, this is where we put down the revolt of the sandwich makers and things
I'll
like
come back
that.
to that. Um,
So
so Will, you're only spending an hour?
So minimum an hour. If I'm allowed to spend more hours, then I will.
You are allowed to spend as much time as you want, Will.
Okay. Um.
Until the rest of the party gets tired of waiting for you, and then we'll just leave
Exactly.
you
That's
there.
yeah. That's.
Well, but so what is
And
that
Uh,
time?
possibly Cremo starts fire and burns the
Yeah.
library down.
I'd like for 4, if that's possible. 4 hours.
We're gonna need to find ways to make money to buy food. Although we may have money already on our persons. I don't know if they take our money here.
Yeah, that was another
Um,
thing I was worried about. I wasn't sure.
yes, they
What-
take gold. The currency I believe is emerald coins, green coins. Let me see what they're called. Green pennies, and they're equivalent to 1 gold piece.
So someone
So-
was thinking Lincoln.
Okay. So our gold or silver and copper are still good here.
yes.
Okay. So we can actually buy some food or some lodging if need be. I don't know how much stuff costs. Perhaps it's a lot of money in this area, but maybe it'll be a little bit cheaper if we go somewhere else. Like the fine fettle.
mhm.
So you spend 4 hours. I'm gonna
And
go
so-
grab a bite to eat. Is there anything around here to eat at?
Yeah, there's definitely a couple places.
And
You
Kind
wanna
of
come-
like small
Anybody want to
cafes.
come with me?
do they
Yeah.
have any? Do the newspapers have any kind of help wanted ads in them?
Are you aware of?
Yeah. Are you changing what you want to do?
I'm going. I think I'm going to see if I can retcon and say, can we look and see what kind of if there's help wanted ads. Reason.
Uh,
Oh, you
too.
don't have to go in there with him. You can come with us and go to a cafe. There'll be newspapers there. He's going through
Okay.
archival newspapers. He's not going through like modern, like today's.
Good point. Okay.
But
Yeah,
today's would
we'll
be
look
in
for-
there.
What?
Yeah, I'm sure it would
but
be.
today's would
it'd
be
also
in
be
there.
at a cafe. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I hear the half orcs got some wicked street snacks here. Should check
Ooh.
it out on the way.
What is it? Dead babies?
We can't afford that.
Um.
With the implication that we would if we partake
Sorry.
if we could.
Sorry.
Make it
Sorry,
seem like
pieces
a
of-
delicacy.
Sorry. Small pieces of dead babies.
Mm.
I'm not talking about the eyeballs. Come on. Those are
But those are the
delicacies.
best part.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, we can only afford ground baby.
Oh, baby.
Uh,
Okay, so we'll order up some ground. We'll go order up some ground baby.
We're not
Exa-
asking what kind.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I eat veal now, so I mean, really, that's just ground up baby cow, right? So,
Round up baby.
Eggs. Eggs.
eggs.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, eggs are not technically babies; those are just
You're right.
on.
Some people would argue about that.
No, so those people would be wrong.
Yeah, they would.
Yes. Yes.
So
Okay.
you find a place. It'll cost you 2 gold each for food.
How much gold do we have?
I don't know.
Better be a good meal.
It
I
is.
have
It's
10.
very small portions, but it is very good.
So it's quality over quantity.
Yes.
So I just spent
All right. Will,
had
why don't
20
you
gold.
give me 4 intelligence checks?
Ooh.
Well, that's not a very good roll. That's a good roll. Oh.
All right. So let's see.
So 2 bad rolls, 1 really good roll, and 1 okay roll.
You you find out that she's really good at high level planning. She's really good at like delegation. You find a story that says that she's good friends with Dorothy. You also find that that she wants Oz to be at peace. And then you find something that talks about how it's a piece that talks about how like lonely she feels as being head of state, basically, and how she doesn't have a lot of time to make a lot of friends.
Aw.
Lonely at the top.
That's the
So
name of the
something
article.
that yeah, so something to like shows like a sign of friendship of sorts, like it's a gift like that.
Friendship but not
Uh,
kissing up.
Yes.
I think the problem is sometimes people feel that way because they feel anybody who gets close to them is just trying to get something from them. That's why they feel that way, right? So,
Which is exactly why we're trying to research her.
Yeah.
anything in the newspaper for help wanted?
I didn't look for that.
No,
But
no, no. I mean, where?
we were looking
Oh.
for a
Someone else.
newspaper at the cafe. Did we find one? And
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like jobs around that people are looking for. Not like
not entry level positions.
not a lot of gigs, but stuff like if you want to be a waitress at the university, or maybe you want to enroll in the police force,
Ooh.
something that's going to be a significant
be-
commitment
We can be a watcher.
and would probably like remove you from being an adventurer.
Okay, got it. No gigs though.
No gigs, no.
Wrong place for that.
Yeah, newspaper's not going to have that kind of stuff. The kind of stuff that you would
We got to go
that
bulletin
adventurers would be
boards.
more into. Yeah, I mean, probably word of mouth around here.
Yes. Maybe not at fancy cafes that serve food for $2, two gold a clip.
Mhm.
What am I at McDonald's ordering a Big Mac meal? What the hell?
No, you're not at McDonald's. Unless it's Shea McDonald's.
Yeah.
You're at a they have cloth tablecloths.
What? This is this the fanciest meal you've ever had, Corn?
Probably the
I'm
fanciest meal
laughing at
Roham's had. I'm sorry.
Talking about McDonald's got me hungry.
I interrupted. Cream of corn dogs. Sorry.
Oh, I just said I'm loving it.
Do 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 do.
Perfect.
Okay. I think that we should move on to the red zone while we're awaiting word from our friend.
Oh, well,
Did he
the
say
red zone, or do we want to check out like the the bricks area might be a place where we can get some labor place. Oh, or do you want to move in the red zone, or do you want to move to like the East
the
Munchen or
Warren?
Fleinfettel?
The Warren or East actually doesn't matter, fine Fettel. Just talking with the waitress at our cafe, I'm telling her that basically we're new here, and we need to find some gigs, something that we could do to make a little extra coin while we wait for our friend to get back to us, and if she had any or he had any recommendations, if they had any recommendations for where we should go.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna go
We're
right back.
weary
I'm
travelers.
gonna get a snack.
He will. Let's see.
Okay, okay.
She'll tell you. She'll say, "Yeah, hun. You know, there's a lot of groups around that you can get in touch with, and would probably have like an odd job or two for you. I don't know if it'd be something that like I don't know how long you're going to be waiting for your friend, but it might take you a couple days to find somebody, and then you know it might not be something as easy as half a day's work, but maybe a day or two's work."
Well, that's what we're looking for, I think.
But you know, I know some guys in the outfit. If you want me to point you that direction.
What's this outfit you're talking about? What kind of
Um,
jobs does this outfit do?
you know, it's the kind of gray area of the law. You know what I'm talking about? Keeping territory, kind of power moves, if you know what I'm saying.
Mobsters. Your outfit's the mobsters, is what you're saying.
Okay, I'm back.
She doesn't agree or
So
disagree.
yeah. Okay, well, fair enough. You guys all wanna go work for the mob for a couple of days? Maybe shake
But
up a couple of store owners for some money?
or bully some mudlings.
Well, I don't know if bullying is part of it, but perhaps.
It doesn't sound like fun.
I'm gonna ask, you know, if you ever heard seen these people around? And I'm gonna describe the furry bunny guy to her.
Well,
See,
there was one for
is
furry and
he?
human beings in the bowler hats
Yeah,
and such.
I just want to kind of like briefly kind of say, is this these people part of your group? I'm just curious. We met them a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I mean they come in here every once in a while. I mean, I could put you in,
They,
point you in their direction if you want.
oh, just curious, but they're part of they're part of
The
what you
outfit,
call
yeah.
it? The outfit. They're part of the outfit.
Hmm.
Ah, understood. Okay, well, I'll let you know if we wanted to, if we're interested. Our friend's over at the library right now reading up on some stuff, but he's about done, so we're gonna meet up with him, and I'll come back and I'll find you if we decide to.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm here until we close.
All right, sounds good. So
All
so
right.
basically, we just basically pissed off the mob.
Hmm.
My bad. Oopsies.
Kind of par for the course, though.
I'm gonna remember your face. We're gonna have the mob all
But
over us here shortly.
I'm
We should
going to
probably,
offer.
we
I'm going to
might
offer
want to
my.
get out of this. We might want to get out of this district.
probably.
I agree.
Actually, before I leave, I'm gonna ask her: is the outfit? Do they run this district alone, or are they kind of controlling all of the whole plane, the whole city?
Oh, the outfit's everywhere, hon.
Ah, okay.
They don't
Got it.
control everything, but they try to get their hands in everything.
Ah, well, that makes sense. A lot of hands to be greased. Anyways, okay. Well, that's thanks for the information, babe.
By the way, what time is it?
I think 5.
Time to
Yeah.
get lucky. It's time to get lucky.
Yeah. So, your next task is
So
probably
everybody
finding some
here
place
is
to
on.
sleep. Go
So
ahead.
everybody here is like on the take then. Like that's why the
No,
cops
no, no,
moved
no,
you
no.
away.
Well, yes,
No,
the cops
sorry.
are definitely on the take. Yeah.
At least those cops were.
Those cops were, yeah. And for something as minor as harassment, they're definitely gonna look the other way. You know, you might get a good cop here and there who might stand up for that, but it's not worth the time. But these cops might not, you know,
Just
l-
like kind of like real life,
look
unfortunately.
away for outright beatings or something like that, um, or running something illegal through the city. Um, yeah. So your guys, the probably next thing that you guys want to do is find some place to sleep. Um, and the
I'm
two places that
thinking
you've been so far are definitely the most expensive areas in this section.
Right.
So and there's not going to be there's not a lot of like Washington D.C. like D.C. itself. You're not going to find a good place to stay in D.C. that's not totally expensive because it kind of caters to the people who work there,
Oh,
the people who would be staying there. Um, so you're gonna have to go kind of like outside, either like the bricks would probably be a place where you could find something really cheap. Um, Wogglebug University would probably be kind of mid or cheap. Um,
student housing.
student housing. There'd be a lot of
Oh,
student housing there, yeah.
we're not
Let's see
students, so.
here.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We can go to the bricks, or we
I
can
remember
go south.
Wogglebug's.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
let's.
I'm down for the bricks.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the bricks and try to find a place because I want to wrap up the session if we can.
Yeah, I was. That's kind of what I was pushing for. So bricks, you can get a place. It would be 5 gold a week per person, and that's kind of like a shared room. Um,
5 gold a week per person to share a room with all of us.
correct. Yeah, yeah, and you could get it arranged
Not
so it'd be the the 4 of you in a room together. Um, yeah, the next step up would be 10 gold a week for a private room, and that would be just for 2 of you. And this is food and lodging.
food and lodging. That makes it a better deal.
Yeah.
5 gold per person per week. Food and
Correct.
lodging.
Food
Yeah.
and lodging up front.
Okay.
With a 2 gold meal, including the meals, make it a much better deal.
Well, you guys had an expensive
Right. Yes. Well, we got some good advice too.
meal. Mhm.
Hmm.
We definitely learned something about the way things, about the underground and
Okay.
things like that.
All right, that's fine. I'll pay.
Yeah.
I'll pay my share at least. I can't pay yours, but
I actually
We got
don't
enough
know.
money.
Actually, don't know what my money count is.
There is something on your character sheet.
No, I mean, like I never added to it, so because I never knew what I started with.
I think we all started out with some money on our character sheet. So check under inventory and see if you have anything on the right-hand side.
0, nothing,
Okay.
none.
you
So
had to start with something. I had
Sure.
10 gold, 1 silver, and 9 copper somehow.
I have
That came
I have
from
20
something.
gold piece somehow.
Don't know where my numbers came from, but Cremo, do you have anything?
On your character sheet?
Actually, we can just check. Yeah, I don't know why you have nothing. Will.
I'm trying to figure that out. Let's see.
Cremo's got 2 gold, 5 silver, 0 copper. Maybe he can be
All
like
right.
a bodyguard though.
30 gold, Will.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we've got enough
Well,
money to.
Will is a relatively rich man.
No
I
kidding.
think it's
Is
because like
he?
he held a steady job as a guard and like uh also had oh, he had very simple tastes.
Yeah, I think I spent some money before we left. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
next time I
So
want to go find a church so I can do some holy stuff, and
Yeah,
perhaps
yeah.
we can
That
find other.
is- Find Fettle would be where you'd want to go, I think. It's the Find Fettle is the medicinal and religious district.
Nice.
Large scale sanatoriums and independent healers, as well as temples and places of worship.
sounds like it.
Perhaps I can get a
Yeah,
little gig over there
sanitariums.
to help. I might be able to make a few gold pieces.
And in the morning, I'm going to ask about job postings in the brick district.
Okay.
Honest labor.
Not shakedown labor.
Not shakedown labor.
All right, we'll go over that in the next session. Do experience real quick. Take a look here.
I mean, technically, I'm a lawful character, and the mob is a lawful organization.
Are they?
Are they?
Oh yes, very lawful. They have their rules,
They have their laws. You're right. Their
laws.
laws.
They're very
They-
they're very strict laws. You fuck up, you get killed, or beat up at
We
least.
definitely learned some. Did we learn what Snarklet learned from the newspaper count as rumors?
I think this is Rich's like favorite kind of thing is to have a world, and we have to like figure out the politics.
I love
Honestly, I do love
politics.
politics. I love politics. I do.
What was that, Rich?
I love politics.
Yeah, you set up like these kind of intricate like conniving political structures that we figure out as the games go on and how to manipulate
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of that. So like I love it. Just give me all of it.
Oh, that's something I usually avoid like a plague in real life, but that doesn't mean, which means that I have an opportunity to learn something about it in another context.
Yeah, fantasy politics.
Well, the thing about it is everything that
Less
happens
pierce
happens
risk.
for a reason. in these worlds. Everyone's got a debt to pay, or they've got secret hatred, or
All kinds of currency
secret
in the world.
secret weaknesses.
All right. I think, let's see. So you will get 4 XP
Cool.
for this session. So you entered 3 hexes, basically 3 points. Not that you really explored bricks, but you entered it. We'll count that. You learned a rumor or a secret that Ozma is lonely and seeks friendship.
A21.
You rested in a new settlement, the Munchkin district. So if you rest in a different district, you will get points for that too. And then you forged a new route to Oz. So yeah, 4 for all that.
Excellent.
Cool.
Let me mark my character sheet before I forget.
Glad you could join us, Cremo, and if you're still
Yes.
awake.
East Coast is rough.
Yeah.
2 a.m.
Well, I mean, I'm playing a game at 8 a.m. and at 8 a.m. on Saturday mornings because we have people. There are people in the United Kingdom. So for XP, I got 12 out of 20
Let me
towards
do
level 3.
Cremos.
Oh wait, so one for exploring brick or like entering brick, one for learning the rumor about Ozma, one for resting in Munchkin, and what was the fourth one?
So there
Exploring
were unexplored hex points or unexplored points that you entered were
Yeah.
Judicial Quarter, the Archives, and bricks. You learned a secret, Ozma's lonely and seeks friendship. Those were both worth about 2 altogether. Resting in a new settlement, resting in the Munchkin district got you 1, and traveling to Oz got you 1. Well, Munchkin district was like 3/4, and traveling to Oz was like
okay.
1 1/4.
So we before we leave Munchkin, we should at least take a swing through the other districts for the XP.
Yeah, it's about half an XP per district, or a third of an XP.
Okay. Well, we got 3 more districts we can go through. That's 1 point, and we have work to find. And we're already aiming and going to find a fine fiddle.
Yeah, so thanks for playing, guys. I hope did the session feel better, Will?
Oh, a lot better. No, and there was. It felt like there was a. How do I put it? I felt like I was doing something, that I wasn't just like that. Like I went through an idea, but it didn't do anything. But I felt like I actually succeeded on, even if it was like just a little bit of lore or something like that. I felt like, okay, I got that.
Well, it was like half experience point. It's relevant.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was yes. Okay. I think I need to do this math better.
Do what math better?
Have a good night, guys.
Like which.
All right, have a good one, Tom.
What each one of them was worth again. You said rested in settlement was 2, or was that the rumor?
Okay,
the rumor
so
was half. Sorry, no, my math cut.
It don't matter. You got 4.
Okay.
They're all fractions. They're all fractions added together, approximately rounded up.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you want to know the way it works, read the Discord
Right.
thing that was linked.
Yeah.
And if
Okay,
that doesn't make sense,
progress.
then ask me questions and I'll let you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the math straight on it yet, but I know at least, okay, I'll get some experience point if I do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let
So,
them,
all right, let's go through it real quick.
yeah.
Like, so
it's a-
minor art, so TXP is total experience for your next level. So you guys are all sitting at 20 right now.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, okay, that right there, that was useful.
so 20, so minor things, like
Oh.
entering the unexplored hexes, are worth 2% of that total. So you did 4 things. So that's about 8% of 20 or 1.6. Resting in a new settlement is 5%. So that's 1. And then forging a navigable route to Oz is 10%. So that's 2.
And let's see.
Ah.
Interesting way of doing math.
Yeah, it's
I mean-
designed for like a D&D experience point system where there are thousands in between.
Right.
Hmm.
I guess getting the thugs mad at us was not a faction manipulation or reputation.
No, not a positive one.
It doesn't say positive of it. Explore, interact with features of a hex. So what would that be? I mean, so climbing a mountain
did I miss that one?
and explore, interact with features of a hex. That's under major.
Features of hex. I mean, yeah, something like that.
I mean, going to the library and researching, reading the plaques on the library, on the so I mean, like, it's fine if you say no to that. I just want to know what does count.
Yeah, I want to I think that here.
So forging new navigable routes, just being able to go from hither to Oz counts.
Yeah.
Okay, that is simpler than I thought it might be, actually.
Yeah, I mean it can be complicated, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
can be
yeah.
like finding
Oh,
that way on your own.
I'm sure it can be more complicated, but it isn't automatically more complicated.
Hmm. Major is 5%. I mean,
And as I said, I'm fine with you saying, if this is just my trying to wrap my brain around what
yeah,
works.
I mean, I think that it should be. So it should be 5 XP for this session.
Okay.
So
I
are
can
you
live
still
with
there,
that.
Will?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right. So did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm changing the other
think-
twos.
Let me pick up my character sheet. I'm also putting in the notes too, in case you're wondering.
Cool.
And I got lucky number 13. XP.
Yeah, so it's less interact with a location and more discover that location.
Okay.
Explore, interact with the features of the hex. Yeah. So yeah, definitely interacting with the library.
Mm-hmm. And probably if we get a job and work somewhere, that would probably be considered a form of interaction too.
I
Maybe?
don't know. No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Maybe if you discovered a new place, right? If you discovered the library and got a job at the library, maybe. But just like doing some labor now.
Okay. Establishing a profitable business. Oh, Snarklig and his food cart.
Yeah, like now, like from a soup cart, like the next thought would be maybe a soup kitchen after that.
Just don't be a soup Nazi.
No soup for you.
Okay.
Dude, I love that one. I love that episode.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad things worked out better today this week.
Oh yeah, it did.
I'm very glad. Okay, well, I am going to go and finish the notes and go to bed. Next week, Dundracon, is there
Next
going to
week,
be anything that,
no game next week now.
that's what I thought it might be.
Makes sense, yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you go to DunderCon.
Not this game at 8 o'clock tonight. I will take it off my calendar so it doesn't beat me and remind me 4 or
Yeah.
5 times.
I mean, if you are you going to be at DunderCon on Saturday night?
I don't know. It sort of depends on my stamina.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be at a different convention.
Which one?
What convention?
I'm gonna be at Genesis.
What
I
is
haven't
that?
heard of that.
It's kind of like a Smash Brothers kind of convention.
Oh,
But also like there's other stuff that happens there, like mostly video game stuff or board game stuff.
Nice.
Some board game stuff. I'm gonna be helping with like what's it called? Helping with advertising and like showing off a game for a friend of mine, like that I've been supporting for a long while.
Oh, sweet.
cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a card game. And like they actually have some of the games that he has over at Guild House.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I am. So we are done with that.
All right, y'all. I will talk to
Good
you
night.
in the future.
Yep.
Yes.
Sleep tight.
Take care.
Take care. Adios.
Bye bye.